G'day, guys, and welcome back to another Thursday night for Jason's and my live stream. So I hope you had a good week, and thanks for coming in. And please, before we start, everyone here, please go and hit the subscribe button and give this stream a thumbs up. Be really appreciative. So I hope you all had a good week, and I shall bring Jason in right now. Hey, Jason, how you going?
What's going on, man? What's been happening? Lots going on this week. Poor bastards in Melbourne can't go hunting or can't even leave their homes at the moment. So shit's getting heavy. Looks like they've brought the army in to keep people in their homes. Man, whoever thought this would have happened in Australia? Whoever would have thought?
No, exactly. It's getting a bit of out of hand, if you ask me. And yeah, especially the cops strangling that little girl. And okay, she may have been a bit of a cheeky bitch, but yeah, you shouldn't have to do that in my books.
Not good.
No, exactly. But yeah, I really feel sorry for the guys down in Melbourne with the lockdown. And let's hope New South Wales, where you are, doesn't happen. Because you're off on a hunting trip next week, aren't you?
Going on a hunting trip, man, next week to bust some rabbits for 4 days and filming and make a couple of videos for YouTube and stuff. So it should be pretty good, man. So they better stay down there in Mexico. I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go hunting next week. So thankfully ours hasn't done much in the last couple of days. Yeah, there's a few breakouts, but nothing serious. You know, you had the idiots crowing about New Zealand. You know, Jacinda's eradicated it. Well, they've got COVID now too. So much for that argument. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get through it soon, get people back to work, get them buying guns and get back to enjoying our sport.
Exactly. You actually interviewed a guy from New Zealand this week, didn't you?
Yeah, that was really good, actually. His name is Nathan Foster. You should check him out on YouTube. I think his YouTube channel is just named Nathan Foster. He's from Terminal Ballistics Research in New Zealand. So we spent, it was a good show, probably around an hour and 50 minutes, hour and 40 minutes, just talking about, you know, long-range shooting, different types of bullets, scopes, you know, calibers for long-range shooting, and basically terminal ballistics on animals. And, he says a few controversial, I thought were great, controversial things in the stream or in the podcast. And some people are probably going to get their, little knickers in a twist a bunch a little bit, things surrounding muzzle brakes and, just getting back to basics with firearms. And I sort of related to it, even though I used a fair amount of the things he was talking about. I didn't take it personally. I just looked at the information. I thought, that sounds about right. And, I probably should be doing this, and this. And, he just thinks we've got to get back to basics and talked about different kinds of bullets for hunting, match bullets, hunting bullets, why some hunting bullets may be better at shorter ranges as opposed to long range. Match bullets for hunting, which he does a fair bit of on his YouTube channel. He shoots game at multiple different distances and then goes and capes them out and shows you the damage on the heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, and just what internal damage match bullets do to animals at certain distances. Very interesting stuff. So I'd probably want to check that out. I was pretty blown away by the end of it. And I thought, he's what a nice guy. Interesting fella, but good show. I liked it. Hang on a second. Can you hear me? I can't hear you for some reason. Just keep going. You just keep going for a minute. It's all good. I can't hear you in my headphones. Hang on.
Was released today from I won't say what it is yet. I'll go get out of the safe. I literally have just come back from the gun shop about half an hour ago, tucked in the safe, so I'll do a bit of unboxing on this new gun. So we will show that later on, and we will talk about today's topic, which is a bit of a bummer. So what it was, I was talking to someone in the industry, and they've been who deal with that CCI, and they said over in the US, the 22 or all rimfire, basically all rimfire cartridges are just so far behind. Mass panic buying, and every week CCI are in production. They're 2 weeks behind, getting 2 more weeks behind fulfilling orders because it's just that much of a run on it. And of course, as we know, pretty sure it's going to come down to here. They're going to restock the US before they restock Australia. We saw that on the last 22 shortage. And so I think we're going to see that again. And ammo is going up in the US by 10% because they're trying to stem the mass buying of all ammo. So I don't know if it will filter on to us. Who knows? It could do. It may not do because we've already had a big price rise, and there's more prices rises I heard coming in November in Australia.
Yeah.
So let's hope it doesn't. But yeah, the word on the street is it is going to happen. Yeah.
Everything just seems to be going up, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Well, apart from our favourite guns, Sauer's actually lowered their prices to keep in line with the currency. So their prices went down. And I've actually had about 4 people this week email me saying, thanks for your Sauer videos because I've gone out and brought them. So, which is really good to hear. So
Yeah,
really pleased about that. So it always makes me happy when I do a review and I get people coming back to me saying, hey, brought this gun because I saw it in your review and it went well. That's always a positive for me. I get that across the board on all sorts of guns and different brands.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to hear too, isn't it? When, you know, I'm not sure because we cut off there for a little bit earlier. I couldn't hear you, but, you know, you talk about your PRC and all that and doing shows and that's what it's all about, isn't it, really? I mean, I did a show with it's the guy that did your Cerakoting job and, you know, based on the shows that we do and stuff, I mean, people just heard the show and got a bunch of people walk in and quote me and say, yeah, I want to get me gun done. So it's, you know, it's definitely working, you know, getting people on shows and promoting people and, you know, helping each other. I think it's bloody fantastic, you know, and the idea is to get guys, you know, the businesses that I interview, you know, to come back and actually get business out of it. It's fantastic. Yeah.
And your shows aren't really shows like you're not promoting the business, it's knowledge. You know, like the Cerakoter, they talked all about Cerakoting and the application system and the gunsmiths you have on. They just talk about gunsmithing. It's just not an hour long banging on saying buy my products. It's more sort of knowledgeable about everything. Like the guy from Leica, when he came on, he just didn't push Leica. He talked about scopes in general. That was one of the best podcasts you ever did. And we just got our very first live super chat from Chris Miller. Go $22.99. Jason's Torch Fund. It's not going to be an O-Light. It's going to be a power beam that has replaced the O-Light, biggest O-Light model.
Yeah.
So he is getting one. I'm getting one for him. Just waiting for them to come into stock.
Yeah.
It is on the way. Thank you so much, Chris Miller. Really, really appreciate that. So going towards Jason's Torch Fund because they are about $300, but I think that's the least I can owe him for helping me out every week.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Like I said, mate, most people subscribe. It's better off, you know, giving, you know, just sorting Aaron to get you more reviews. And, you know, like for me, when I got some Patreon supporters, which are fantastic as well, and some sponsors too. And that sort of buys the gear that, you know, like Aaron's got to have cameras and ammo each week and stuff. Whereas once I sort of get my gear, I'm set for a while until I sort of upgrade. So, you know, I just do this for the fun of it, guys, to have a bit of a laugh and a bit of a fun on Thursday night. Why not? So it's not as if I've got anything else better to do. So.
Yeah, exactly. And after Jason, we normally get on PlayStation, and he kicks my ass because he's the super PlayStation nerd. He's really good at it.
Xbox nerd.
Xbox, that's it. Yeah. So that's where we're at with the shortage now. So, Jason, do you think it's going to happen? Do you remember last time what happened?
Mate, is anyone surprised if anything happens these days? I mean, we always know costs are going to go up. You know, I was sort of surprised. Good to see some companies have started to, with the American dollar, you know, boosting, but the Australian dollar boosting back up again. You know, some of the companies have actually dropped their prices or at least kept their margins down to a fair minimum. And that's fantastic to see, while others just didn't really care and just hiked up 15 to 25%. So, you know, I've sort of remembered who they are and sort of don't tend to purchase off them because, you know, a lot of people don't even have jobs at the moment. So, You know, I know business has got to make money, but I mean, if you're not selling, how are you, by putting your prices up, are you going to make money? You know, anyway, that's up to them. That's their business model. So be it. But, you know, I want to support businesses that look like they want to support shooters and help out. Whether it happens, you remember a couple of years ago, wasn't it? Probably, I'm not sure what happened a couple of years ago, what the catalyst was, but remember there was a massive shortage of 22 ammo. I'm not going to have any trouble because I think I got about 1,000 rounds still of what would you call it? It's the Federal Hunter Match, and I've also got some Ely High Velocity. I've still got to test out the CZ457. My rail came this week, so I've got another 1,000 rounds of that. I'm hoping one of those two loads will work in that new CZ457 and be pretty accurate, so I don't have to buy like a third ammo and basically, you know, sell 1,000 rounds worth of ammo. That's pretty expensive, the Ely High Velocity, but it tends to work. I used to shoot the rabbits with the CCI Standard. Fantastic load, cheap, accurate, but I used to shoot the rabbits with it, man. And, you know, like, it just goes straight through them. And sometimes I just didn't feel it was as humane as it could have been. So I want to smack them a little bit harder. But then if you go up in velocity, not many, I just don't think many, and maybe people in the comments can let us know as well, with the 22, I just think if you go too high velocity, that starts to really blow out groups. And I've had some, you know, I mean, mid-range sort of 22 CZs. They just don't handle it well, in my opinion. I think a lot of people can contest that. It's okay if you want to shoot a rabbit at 20 to 30 meters. If you want to shoot 150, it's just not gonna cut it. So I think that medium under 1250, under 1200, 1250 seems to be the ticket.
I find the high velocity 22. I've been using a bit of Fiocchi lately, and that's great stuff. I do find you get a few zingers from that. All going good, then boom, off one goes, off another one goes. I think the higher velocity ones, I think it tends to destabilize the 22, because it's not a big projectile, as you all know. I reckon some of the best is the Gecko and the CCI standards, where unfortunately CCI, a lot of their brands like Stingers, we've got a question here from Aussie Capitalist. He was at Cleavers, which is a big gun shop here in Brisbane, and they're all out of 22 Stingers 5 days ago when he was there. I know they're short to come on to get hold of, and a few CCI 22s are right now. From when I was talking to Brown's Plains, he can't get a lot of the stuff in either. So, which is a bit of a shame, because it's probably the biggest and most common brand of 22 out there.
And the interesting part is, like, why do you need it? But I mean, it's the same thing, you know, 1200, 1250 is going to do the job. Maybe if you're going to step up to Foxes or something like that. But then again, there's other guns for that, you know, 204, 223, 250, 243, etc. You know, it's a bunny gun, you know, or long range bunny gun. And, you know, it's going to be interesting because I'll see if I can get it next week when I go away. I want to actually try and I've got the T1X sorted at the moment for about 160 meters just with holdover on the reticle. So if I can do it and I get some rabbits that say less than 150, 160, I'll try and knuckle a few for videos with the T1X at about 120, 130 if I get the opportunity, and try and knock them down with that Federal Hunter Match.
Oh, that'll be good to see. That'll be good to see. So I've got no Patreon questions tonight. Have you got any?
You've got a super chat, you bozo. You got a super chat.
Oh, yes, super chat. This is from Lachlan McFarlane. $50 super chat. Thank you so much. No question, but thank you so much, Lockie. Really, really appreciate that. That is awesome. Yep, every cent helps, guys. I'm getting back into the reviews, and they are costing quite a bit. Each review cost me about $700 just to physically make, and then 2 days worth of work, 2 to 3 days worth of work, filming and editing. So really, really appreciate that. Thank you, Lockie. And also thank you, Chris, so far. Thank you.
I keep saying, I don't know how you do it, man. Like, at least with podcasting, I can sort of, you know, do most of my work from home, and, you know, like, constantly ammo is not getting any cheaper. And you just think, you know, shooting guns is cheap, but then, you know, it's okay to buy the gun, but then you got to feed the bastard, you know. So it's like buying an animal, you know. It keeps wanting to eat.
Yeah, I got the ammo costs, and I've got the powder, the traveling, picking up gear, picking up guns. Man, I spend a week before I do a review just getting everything together. And normally on the Saturday, I'll film it and it'll take me most of the day to film, and then all day Sunday or during the week I will edit. That's got 8 to 9 hours to edit one video, because I like to try and bring some graphics into it and make it a bit more better production value. I just don't. If I'm going to spend the time on this, I'm not going to do cheap looking videos. I just don't see the point. Putting this effort into it, might as well try and spice it up a little bit. That's for sure.
One thing too, we might let us know if you guys are going to buy something and you're just buying up big. Let us know what you're going to be buying in the comments. Like if you're going to be buying ammo, you're going to be buying guns, you're going to be buying scopes, and let us know what you're buying and how much. I reckon that'd be pretty cool, just to let us know what you guys are buying. And did you talk about the 2209? Because the powder will also talk about potential powder shortages as well, and maybe not being able to remake 2209 because, I think ADI might have some new machining. I don't know if this is all hearsay, but, I was pretty on the grapevine that it may be hard to find and maybe discontinued in the future. And I was like, no way, because basically all my guns, until I sold the 308, all pretty much ran perfectly on 2209. And I was like, no way am I going to want to do load testing again for those guns when I've got them basically shooting sweetly, except probably for the bit of the blowout on the standard deviation on the 243 at the moment. Mate, they're shooting fantastic. I don't have to go and do that again. So at least now for two guns. So hopefully they still continue 2209. It's a fantastic powder, which really works in a lot of guns. So if ADI are watching, you bastards, keep making it.
Yes, definitely. I use all ADIs, but in the new PRC, which guys, I got the PRC back. It's not what I'm showing you tonight, but I will show you next week. But what I will show you is a little sneak peek of my new custom gun. This is the magazine. I don't know how clear that will be. Just to be a little bit of sneak peek of the camouflage. The gun, Jason sent a photo of it, and it looks amazing. So that's a 6.5 PRC. That's just the magazine. The gun is massive. It is massive. I'm going to be hard pressed finding a hard case for it, I think. It's definitely a cannon. Okay, another super chat from Dave Hubner for $5.99. Thank you so much, Dave. No question attached to this one either. So if you send in a super chat, ask us a question, because it's definitely going to get read straight away as well. Thank you very much, Dave.
Move your thing. I don't know if it's me or you. I've got a bit of people hearing a bit of background noise.
No, I can't hear anything.
Can anyone hear it, or just me? Probably might be just me, but I've got nothing else on. Just let us know anyway.
No, I'm hearing clear as crystal clear. So let's answer a couple of questions. Dexter, not B22. Yes, unfortunately. Corky's Bees. Hi there. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Corky. Nice to see you. And here's your mate again, Jason.
Don't forget too. I think you got a super chat. Dave Hubner there. Got a super chat.
I just said that.
Sorry, I was just trying to read the comments just to see if anyone. Yeah, someone said they can hear it static crackling. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, guys, but
it's all crystal clear here.
It's everything's
plugged in.
Looks like it. Hang it. Have you locked the mic? Anyway, we're good now. I can't hear it anymore. Just continue. Let's get on to the first one, I think, boys.
There you go, Jason.
All right, what do we got? My buddy Bagara, I think he sent me some photos, if I'm correct, of my podcast stickers during the week. So thanks for that, dude. Luckily, I went and bought 8 boxes of RWS just before they shut the shops down in Melbourne. Wish I bought more.
Yeah, yep. I can never have enough. Bagara can never have enough. 22, I reckon, the best plinking round out there. I spent hours out in the paddock I got a whole range of 22s. I just love them. Sit there and just plink all day at different steel targets and blowing cans up. I just bought a ton of cans of energy drink, which I absolutely despise all those energy drinks. And they're like $5 for 24. And I just buy a few boxes of those and just chuck them out in the paddock and just go nuts.
Nice.
But yeah, I just bought a whole heap quite a while ago, actually. I haven't really used of the Fiocchi in that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Decker Hex, what is the next best thing The next cheapest rimfire ammo after 22 LR. It'll have to be 22 Magnum.
Yeah, I think so.
Because 22. What Hornet is it? Is that rimfire? Okay. No,
I don't think so. 22 Hornet. No, I don't think it is. You can reload 22 Hornet and 17 Hornet, can't you? But
17 HMR. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, 17 HMR is expensive. It's almost, if not more expensive than 223. So I always say you might as well just shoot 223. But if you like those calibers and they are a bit of fun to shoot, no recoil unless the wind gets hold of them. But you might as well just shoot 223. But hey, buy what you want. That's my motto.
Yep, buy it and enjoy it. I had this conversation with a mate today about expensive Wildcat rounds like what I buy. Like the 6.5 PRC. 200 rounds is like $500, $600, $700 factory.
Man, that's crazy. You got no choice. If the brass was cheaper, maybe no problem with them. I mean, even when I went to the 300 Win Mag, I can't remember exactly what they were. They weren't too expensive, but I mean, with the 300 rum, what you were saying last week, they're what's a couple $100, isn't it now? $400 for how many?
Yeah, about $400 for 50.
Wow,
50 empty brass.
Mate, the brass is almost the brass is like gold.
It is. You'll be on the stock market soon. 300 rum.
Well, gold just went over $2,000 an ounce, wasn't it? So I mean, shit, might have to start putting it down and try and pass it off as gold.
Pretty much. So I'd say 22 Magnum would be the next one. Tikka, that's for sure. Even that comes in about 40 cents a shot, isn't it? Something like that. It's not cheap at all, I don't think.
No.
I just reviewed a 20, and I'm eating it this weekend, a 22 Lithgow Magnum. Man, what a gun. What an awesome gun that was. Yep. And here you go, Jace.
Our buddy Aussie Capitalist, one of our regular viewers. Melbourne is on the most lockdown place in the world at the minute. Do you lads keep a few months worth of food and water on hand for the coming months? Not really. I just tend to not worry about it too much. I mean, Uber Eats is good sometimes when you need something quickly. I tend to, I don't fight people over toilet paper. So, I don't really bother with that sort of stuff. I just make do. So just get what I can. I got annoyed when I was trying to make my own bread like a couple of months ago, and I thought, these bastards kept on buying all the flour. I was like, man, I can't go anywhere and buy flour. What retards, man. Like, we're not – could you imagine if shit really did hit the fan, how bad we would be? And I saw this down in Malakuta at Christmas time with the fires when Daniel Andrews we had no fuel in town, mate, running generators 12, 13 hours a day, and we can't get a tanker in there. There's one road in and out of Malakuta in Victoria, and he's sending up alcohol. I was like, mate, we don't need piss, dude. We need fuel. And the couple of the petrol stations, one guy in particular, one of the regular guy down there, was just blowing up, mate, something fierce. And I thought, mate, if we were in a real shit, man, we got invaded or something, the government is woefully unprepared. And then you got people that are going nuts over toilet paper. We would be in a real shit, I tell you.
Well, Australia is meant to have 3 months of fuel reserves because if we go to war, and we've used all that up. So, yeah, we're fucked. China, you're going to take us easily. I can tell you that now. No one has. We don't have real guns. We can't have semi-autos, and by the time we get them in the safe, I think all you Chinese bastards would have overrun us.
Just read that next super chat before it disappears, mate.
This is from Dave again for $7.99. Thank you, Dave. Cleaver's Sauer price hasn't dropped anywhere else in Brisbane. That they have. I'm looking at a 223. Yeah, well, 223s, they started about $1,000 in Sauer. And depending on if you get the Cerakote, then I think they go up to like 1,200. Then you get the full camo one like I got, which is about 1,600. I can probably bring a picture up here of the Sauer for you guys. Just have a quick look at this.
Let's hope Aaron doesn't screw it up on us.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep talking. We'll just could take a while because it's not working. But yeah, yeah. So about starts at $1,000, the old Sauers.
Yeah.
So not too bad. No, it won't come up. Uh,
We've got about 130 tuning in. So, mate, the streams are building every single week, which is fantastic. Good to see. Good to see people are wanting to get involved on a Thursday night. They're just like us. We've got nothing better to do. Good on you guys. Join us for the nothing better to do crew and have a bit of fun on a Thursday night.
If we can get another 25, we will break our record. Yep. And I will be showing the new gun very soon, guys. So hang in for that. We will be bringing out. We just want to answer some more questions. So thank you for your super chat, Dave. Appreciate it. This is from Panna. What do you guys think of the new CZ lever release 22? I think they look awesome. I think they're cool. A lot better than the Savage, by the looks of it.
I know they make. I wish they made. I think I made a wood one.
They do.
Yeah, it looks okay, but I do like the synthetic one. It's a bit tack looking for my taste, but I wish they just make a standard synthetic one. I reckon that'd be pretty cool. I think there's one of the guys I talked to the other day, Steve from Bold Action Productions. I was talking to him, and he's buying one in a CZ. I think it's 22 Magnum, and he's going to put a what do they call it on top? Night vision, basically, or thermal, or whatever you want to call it on top. So I'm keen to get his experience on whether it's going to be good or not, but I'm sure he'll do a talk about it on his videos. So, yeah, but they look pretty good, man. Hey, I'm even looking for maybe considering one myself, but I've already got too many 22s. So if I was going to get one, I'd have to think about maybe, if they've got another caliber like the 22 Mag or something. But, 22 LR is just so cheap, but I don't need 3 of them, really.
Well, I've got about half a dozen. Why not?
Yeah, true.
What's wrong with you?
I've got no room in the safe. I need a bigger safe, man. I've got to get my own place soon. But yeah, we'll see.
Buy another safe. Man, you're starting to sound like Fuds from WSAA. Buy another safe and buy more guns.
Well, I'm a 5-year member, remember? I can't get away from them. They suck me back in every time,
I know, you just got, it's like, the stench of stale fish on you from WSAA. Okay. Right. Oh, Matt, here we go. Matt, are we looking at a shortage of reloading supplies too? I'm in Melbourne, so I can't even go out and stock up on ammo, primers, powder, etc. And a little sad face.
Well, yeah, if you end up going out, mate, you might get choked by the police. So just take it easy out there, mate. Just you might have to go. Actually, I shouldn't say. I won't say what I was going to say because that'd be breaking the law. Got to be a good citizen, do the right thing.
Well, you can't even joke. They think you're breaking the law. Jesus. Yeah. Just you make sure you wear your government muzzle when you go out. If you can go out to the shops, Matt, you don't get caught without that because you will be strangled by the authorities. But reloading gear, and yeah, that seems to always be a big thing that people go for as well. As soon as they hear it, the powder has been short. They got the new powder transport rules out now, and powder just seems to be so sporadic. From what I heard, they can't even park the truck at night and sleep in the truck while they're traveling long hauls with powder. They have to go to a warehouse and unload it, then unload it in the morning, load it back up in the morning. They can only carry a certain amount at a time, and just government bullshit. It really is.
How much is a 4 kilo now? I used to buy it for about, with my rates, sort of mates' rates, sort of thing, about 310, 315. It's probably not anywhere near that now, is it?
It's just under 400, I think, or around the 400 mark.
So, yeah, man, I'd say, guys, I mean, I hate to say, you don't want to stock up all at one time and, gun shops would be pretty happy with that. But, stock up on what you can. Like I did about, as I said, previous shows a couple of years ago, just spent about $4,000 and just got, thousands of rounds of ammo. And I bought, I think, 4 or 8 kilos of powder as I knew I was just going to need it. And then I just siphon it out as I need it into a smaller container that I had. That way, it doesn't go off or anything like that. And just, it's just been really good. So, and bought a bunch of ammo, projectiles, heaps of primers, like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 primers. So I don't shoot as much as probably most people do. So that'd last me a fair while.
I remember when you did that, I thought, Jesus, that's a lot of money at the time, about $4,000. That was a few years ago now too. And you bought an absolute shitload of stuff. And I thought, geez, you sure about that? And you did the right thing now, looking back.
I always say, never wait, buy while you can, because if you can afford to buy in bulk, if that means, maybe foregoing a firearm or something to buy your components, okay to buy the guns, but if you're not feeding them, you got to feed them with something. And I remember years ago when I think it was Nosler, I think it was a 250 pack of the ballistic tips, 50, 55 grain. I can't remember off the head. I think it was like $52 or something, or $48, $47 for like 250. And mate, I think it's well over 100 now, I think, isn't it, for the Nosler ballistic tips? And I looked at the price and it was still on there. And my mate goes, wow, you must have bought them a long time ago. And I thought, well, 4 to 5 years is a long time in the firearms industry if you're not stocking up. So stock up now, mate. There's always a price rise. It never goes backwards.
And remember, projectiles, brass never goes off. Never heard of primers go out of date either. Never heard that. Powder, so I've heard 2 to 3 years once you crack the seal, but really, I don't. Never seen that. I've had powder there for 5, 6 years and it still works fine.
Yeah, so, jump on the super chat before it disappears.
Yep. Okay, this is from Dylan. When we get down, we will bring these up, guys, but we can't go all the way down too fast. Love the content, fellas. Brought a Lithgow 22LR and find the PowerPoint Winchesters work best. Any suggestions on other ammo to try? Thank you for that $5 chat, Dylan. Appreciate that. I have tried the Federal Premium. That is very good. And the High Velocity Fiocchi. I find those two work really well. More so, I've found I just keep going back to the CCI standards go really well. They seem to work in everything.
Yeah.
Whatever you throw them through.
CCI standards are pretty good. Ely subsonics, Ely high velocity is pretty good. What have you got? Yeah, as Aaron said, the Federal Hunter match is also pretty good too. And they're not too bad. I mean, they're not too badly priced, really. So I think $11. But you buy, buy in bulk, buy like a packet of 1,000. Again, if you can afford it, we've all still got jobs in 6 months. But buy the Federal Hunt. Just buy a bulk of 1,000 or 2,000. Try and get that better deal. And I know, as you said, one of the gun shops in Queensland not long ago was basically selling them crazy prices for like CCI standard in bulk. And I've made good results with them, at least for a 22. It's never going to be a massive tack driver with factory ammo. That's all you can buy anyway because you can't reload them, obviously. So some guns are better than others, and it depends. Again, it's all going to depend on the gun, on the day, and the ammunition that you're putting through it. But you can try a bunch of different ones, go to the range and plink away, and see what the best results are.
That's what's so good I like about 22. You can just go through a lot of stuff by one pack of each thing. You get 50 rounds for between $5 and $12. So depending on what brand you're buying, you buy quite a bit. For $100, you buy hundreds and hundreds of different sorts, and you can try them all out, which is really good. And so you can find exactly what will work for you.
I think getting back to the humble 22 is good, and I probably neglect my 22s. That's why on the last trip to the Rabbits, I thought, shit, I'm going to grab the 22 on this trip and give it a run. And obviously I haven't got a scope on the CZ457 yet. Or I do have one I can put on there. So I don't know, I might even do that. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to smash a couple at 120, 130 with the T1X. So we'll see how it goes. Powder, Mick Becker's. Powder is getting hard to get. Yep, I know. 2209. I don't think I've sourced anywhere that's got these smaller jars or the smaller containers. It's all that. What is it? It's for 4 kilo. So
no, it's all being made in 1 kilo lots now. What I found out was they could not get the 4 kilo. All the bottles are made in China, so they can't get it. So they sourced out in Australia some 1 kg bottles. So everything's going to be basically 1 kg now, from what I heard. But it's the firearms industry. You hear lots of stories and it goes around.
Well, China gave us the bottles, and they're also giving us the Wuhan flu as well. They're giving us everything.
yeah, commie bastards. Corky bees, I heard ammo and powder will be hard to get soon. Yep, we've just been talking about that. I hate to say it, they could be right. All these rumors and all this, what I've heard from the industry people I've been talking to. Yep, I have heard Winchester's ammo could still be, because I know Marty from Winchester, of course, he used to do the show with me. He said Winchester is going to be pretty much still available.
Yeah, and I'm just on the I'm on the other chat as well, Aaron, and someone's going 360 for that's VMGM said 360-ish, 4 kilos. So I'm just having a look, man. What people are, mate. The questions and talk are coming in thick and fast, mate. From what I'm seeing here, keeps popping up. We're never going to get to all these.
I'm going to do so. We're going to take up about 15 minutes showing you this awesome new gun. Of course, it's banned in New South Wales. I'll do an unboxing because I haven't really even had a chance to look at it yet. So we'll do a bit of an unboxing when I pull out of the safe. Guys, you're going to be the first people to see it in Australia, pretty much.
Well, we might as well do it now, mate. We probably headed to 150, so maybe I'm just.
Okay, I'll go grab it out of the safe. I'll put you up here. You just answer whatever you want to answer. I'll take that one down. Okay. So
I'll just so I know where I'm at. Yeah. All right. So Aaron's going to get his gun for a minute out of the safe. So what have we got here? We've got Tikka Hex. Any semi-auto air rifles out there that are any good for hunting? Oh, I know they do sell a couple, but listen, I'm not probably the person to ask Tikka on that one. I'm not really hugely into air rifles, even though the first gun I did own was a Diana Model 36 air rifle. So I'm not sure. Most of the guys that I see shooting on the internet are using those, all the FX air guns. They seem to be the premium at the moment in the air gun industry, but definitely not cheap. I've seen the prices on some of those FX impacts, and mate, they are pretty expensive. So yeah, man, I'm not 100% sure on that, but maybe what me and Aaron will do a bit of research for next week, and we're going to start talking about different guns as well. Like on future live streams. So stick around for that. I think that's going to be very, very exciting. I'm just scrolling down here while Aaron's getting his gun out. So what do we got? Sam Alfonso, our buddy Sam. Be good to see a 22 competition with the Lithgow LA 101 and CZ455. Yeah, or the CZ457, which I've got. I love that gun. And I just got a rail for it too. There was a company. Aaron gave me one for Christmas, actually, off the Adler shotgun. And no disrespect to Aaron, but I didn't like it. So I ended up got my friend. So let me just finish this one. So I got my friend Eric from Chuck, and he's got a YouTube channel as well. And he sent me over the rail that slides over the top of the dovetail, and then you just tack the screws into it from the top, and like a normal rail. And it looks so much better. So much better. It's really cool. I like it. So anyway, we only went down a couple, mate. Let's see what you've got. The big Grand Royale.
Okay. Here we go. We have a box. A Ruger. This is the new PC Charger 9. So we'll see what we get here. Just came out on the market today.
So this is yours. You got this one. This is your private, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. I'll show you what we get inside it. So it comes packaged like this. Don't know if you can see it.
Man, I need to buy one of those, dude. I need to buy one. I'm allowed to.
Can't have them. So of course, now this takes Glock mags and their own mags. I'll show you exactly what it is. So here it is. Of course, there's no ammo out anywhere. The ammo's locked in a different building on my property. So there we have it. There we go. You can get a stock on it. That clips on. It comes under 750 mils. But man, I tell you what, this feels so nice. Very, very nice to feel on it. For it to hold. Smooth. Jeez, that is so smooth. It's a takedown, so you can take this off. I take the front off and pack it down. He takes the Glock mags, and it comes with one. Oh, this is pathetic. One 10-round Ruger mag, little mini pathetic looking thing. So I got rid of that because that won't do. And I got me a genuine Glock 10 rounder because we can only have 10 rounds for our pistols here. And you change out this, which goes up inside here. You change it out, and smooth, totally smooth. And
man, I'm just enraged with jealousy right now. Enraged.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Tell us what you think. Would you buy one? They go for around $1,600 here, threaded for people for every other country in the world that can have suppressors to save their hearing. But Would you guys buy one of these? These are awesome. Everything I've seen, I haven't really seen anything bad said about it.
What calibers can you actually get that in? Is it just 9mm? Can you get in 22? What can you get it in?
Well, I got the 22 Ruger Charger. You've used, but this is the PC9, the new 9mm, and the trigger. So unfortunately, you got to hold it like this right now. So yeah, not a bad trigger.
Cool, man. I'm surprised the Queenslanders are looking at that going, oh my God, the politicians are having kittens now just looking at it.
Yeah, lap this up, guys. Purely legal. This thing is awesome. Rock and roll. So I'll be going down to the Pistol Club. I will make a video on this this week for you. So I will make a little video. Then I've actually got something special planned for the full review. It's going to be quite an in-depth review what I'm going to make, but I will get something out on YouTube over the weekend for you. Yeah, very nice. Can't wait to get a stock. It takes the Sig Sauer MPX stocks, which are all sold out in America. Still comes under 750. So in Queensland, if it's under 750, you can have a stock on it, and which is always good. Good weight, heavy. Excuse me, very good weight. So what else we get? So you get that. You get the Pathetic magazine that goes up in here. Only that much comes out of it, so we won't be using that at all. And
our highest numbers ever. Let me just say one. Just while you're doing that, you got a super chat there, so just sort that out for a 2 seconds.
From Mick Beckers, 175 tuned in for the unboxing. Awesome. Yeah, it's a bit of a coincidence. As soon as I pulled this puppy out, the numbers went up. Look, they're going up again. All right.
Now they've dropped by 15. Quick, hold it back up. Hold it back up. Let it go out of the screen.
So thank you for the $5 chat, Mick. That is awesome. Oh, this is just one sexy beast. Feels so good. Just slides in there so smoothly. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Look, I'll switch over to the chat there and see. Got a couple there from Luke saying looks great. Most people can't get it. Yeah, that's true, mate. Aussie Capitalist, they need a 223 version. Mitchie, I want to get one next year. I'm looking at the OZ9. Just read, keep talking. I'm just reading a couple there. They need a bolt relieve or a pump version. Yeah.
Oh, this thing's awesome. So, guys, especially in Queensland, go out and get your handgun license in Category H. Easy to get. If you got your AB license, it's simple to get your H. Get your H, and you get some fun stuff like this if you're not in New South Wales. So, yep. Awesome guy.
The Ruger Charger. I thought someone I knew. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't think so. But I swear, someone had we could shoot Ruger Chargers in New South Wales. I'm sure, can't we? No.
Yes, I think you can. The 22s, but you got the appearance laws, so you won't be able to have that. Jesus, you can't even have the precision rifle. Not going to let you have that, will they?
Looks like something out of Terminator 2.
Yeah. So I can't wait to get that out and using it. You will see something on the channel, so it'll be awesome. And then next week I'll show you the rest of this puppy. Jesus, this is one hell of a gun. I'll tell you what, if you're after a new barrel at all, make sure you get down to Alan Swan Barrels here in Brisbane. The barrel he made for this gun will blow your socks off. It's like something off a tank. And I think it's a 30-odd inch barrel on this. I'm planning on heading out to over 2 kilometers with this thing. So it's going to be awesome. And the Cerakoting is from Protective Ceramic Coatings here in Brisbane, Chris Pritchard. And I tell you what, the pattern and the workmanship is second to none. I was blown away when he pulled it out. He came over last night with it, and it was amazing. You can see the snake skin pattern in it as well. Just looks amazing. It really does. So you will be seeing that. Next Thursday night, I will make a special video just for the live stream. So I'm doing load testing this weekend.
Maybe that's what it'll be, the next week's live stream, the live stream reveal, mate. As soon as you took that gun off, we lost like 20.
No, it's going back up again. Oh, here you go. Here, guys, have a look. There you go. Yeah, we'll just hold it up here. Yeah. So that's it.
Have guns on the back wall like other countries and put them on the wall. Wouldn't that be nice? Look better like Iraq veteran or something like that at the gun shop. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I could just put some gel blasters on here, but you can't, though, can you?
No, everything's banned in my friggin' state. Like, you can't even look at each other without getting banned.
Yes, exactly. So, guys, I've got
putting that back soon, and then putting that back away, and then we're going to put it away soon, and then we'll come back and.
Okay, one last look, guys, especially for you New South Wales guys. There you go. I've got this Vortex Viper Venom on. I'm going to put this on. I don't know if you can see that. I'll put this on and try it, but I want to find another red dot. I'm not too happy with the Vortex red dots. What red dots do you guys use? That's what I want to know. I'm looking for one for this specifically. So tell me in the comments, what red dots would you recommend for me to take a look at? I've also got a hand grip, a front hand grip. I'm thinking of taking this thumb guard off and having a proper hand grip. I think to use it as a pistol, it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah. So, hey, while you're talking about that too, I'm just going to look and see if there's any comments coming up in the actual stream on YouTube. JAL Joinery says aim point, but what legal modifications can you make to that little pistol? Like you said, the stock, which they'll be having kittens in New South Wales over putting a stock on it. So what legal modifications can you make to that? Like as in stocks, what can you do to it legally in Queensland?
Well, as long as it's under 750, the legislation says it must be under 750 for the entire, including the stock, so you can have that on there. I'm no lawyer, but that's the general term, and everyone knows that. And most clubs will let you shoot these guns with stocks on them because it comes under 750 mils or 75 centimetres. I actually think New South Wales is 85 centimetres, isn't it?
I'm not 100% on pistols, to be honest, but, man, that'd be pretty cool, man. You're going to burn some ammo through that thing.
Oh, I think I reloaded 10,000 9mm rounds when I used to do competitions. I'm still got about 3,000 left. So that'll be this weekend.
Yeah. You'll burn the barrel out on it.
But the barrel, okay, I'll show you this. Trying to take this off. Pull that forward here. And that twists. Okay. Well, it twists off. Bugger. Okay. I can't get it right now, but the barrel's only this long. That's the barrel. So,
wow. What velocities are you going to get out of that?
Probably the same as a handgun, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Same as a normal handgun because the barrel's short, real short. I'll have to look up the specs, but yeah. So what you get, you also get all the propaganda. NRA rubbish, and they obviously having trouble with their revolvers because saying it in a nice way, please send your revolver in for an upgrade if you have the serial number. So obviously something's gone wrong with those. NRA stuff that doesn't apply to us. Man, the manual you get is huge.
I'm just getting some of the comments while we're here, man, just on the bottom of the main screen on YouTube. People saying TRS is best for optics. I haven't heard of them. Someone says Vortex, Trigicon, RMR. Yeah, so there's a couple there that people are actually talking about while they're in the chat. So, man, I'm jealous. I wish I could get one of them. Man, I'm still waiting for my bloody license to be renewed. I reapplied in February. It's almost September. I keep ringing him. Yeah, it's in the queue. Like, what does that mean? It's in the queue. How can you not just click the button and say yes?
Yeah, pretty bad. My concealable license came through, which is the handgun H license, in 1 day when I did it on my birthday this year. 1 day it came through. And my rifle license came through in about 7 days. That's just how fast it was here in Queensland. But, yep. Just another, New South Wales, I guess, in general. So I'm going to go chuck this in the safe and Jason can carry on.
Yep. All right, Aaron's gone again for a couple of minutes. So here we got JAL Joinery after Sam Alfonso. There we go. So Chris Miller says, yeah, 105 Lithgow all set up, ready to go tomorrow. I love having my own shooting range on lockdown. Mate, we've got to get down there, Chris. Stop telling us that, mate. I'm going to turn up on your doorstep one day when this lockdown finishes. So mark my words, we're going to go shooting. Just scrolling down through some of the comments. Billy D, yeah, Melbourne is glorious right now. I'll be surprised if we're ever welcome in other states again. Yeah, mate, what can you do, mate? I mean, obviously, I don't want to get into too much about it, but, Daniel Andrews has failed at every opportunity. Failed. I mean, the draconian lockdowns did not work at all. The dealing with the hotel quarantines. If he's still got a job by the end of the year, mate, or even the end of the week, I'd be highly surprised. But, in politics, mate, you can't beat him. So we might as well join him, I guess. All right, scrolling down. What do we got? Explosive Bagara again. Hey, boys, I was looking at some scopes from Optics Planet, and they're way cheaper than here. I was wondering, will I pay any taxes at customs if I get it here? Yeah, actually, someone actually messaged me about that just the other day and some cheaper prices about buying from scopes overseas. And I think if it's over $1,000, then you might pay 10% GST. So it's probably, not going to be worth it maybe for warranty. But, on some stage, if you get a good, super good deal at like a 15-20% off, you can save some money, man, but you're taking a risk on the warranty too. So just something to think about, mate. But I know a guy that does that sort of thing and he swears by it. So he reckons, say $300, $400, $500. That's a rail and rings and a few other bits and pieces which you don't have to buy because you're getting a cheaper price. So anyway, it's up to the individual. I say, try and buy here if you can because you're going to get the warranty if something goes wrong. That's what I think anyway. So Aaron's back again.
Yep. Oh, locked up.
At 7:03 p.m. Explosive Bagara at 7:03. So if you scroll down to that, hopefully people like that gun anyway. I mean, I wish we could get something like that here, but, just rocking up at the range in New South Wales, they'd be freaked out and, oh, no, you can't shoot that. Oh, what's that? And everyone's staring at you and, oh, heaven forbid, is that a semi-automatic? Ooh.
God, man, you got to get your ass up here and live, dude. I keep telling you. You really do. I think all gun owners just move up to Queensland and just live here. Yeah, pack up and come up, guys. Jeez, camp on my backyard. Got a paddock out the back.
7:03 explosive Bagara. Just go from. I've already answered that one, so just talked about importing scopes and bits and pieces. So maybe scroll down, mate. Try and find something from there. But yeah, explosive. It just depends. Sometimes you're gonna have good luck doing that. Sometimes you're gonna have bad luck, mate. It's a luck of the draw. You can save money, but if you have a warranty issue, some of the companies, obviously all the companies, I think they won't warrant a grey import. So again, take the risk.
I wouldn't do it myself, no. But if it gets sent over and it gets damaged, that's stiff shit for you. That's what they'll say. They're not going to cover it here. Then you got to send it back, and then you got to pay for it to be sent back. Get fixed. Hope like how you're going to get back into the country through customs again. Because if Border Force doesn't like it, it's just gone. If they're having a bad day or a fight with their wife, they'll just take your stuff. Then you're going to hope to get back again.
Years ago, not that, probably a year ago, I wanted just a cheap Hawk scope, and the only place I could find it was over in England, and it was just a basic Hawk 3 to 9x50 scope with a mil dot reticle, because I couldn't sort of find one in that price range here that was suitable for what I wanted it for. I didn't want to dial turrets. I just wanted to hold over and use my Strelok app. So I think it was the Hawk Vantage, mate, one of the cheapest, about $160, something like that. That came in about 3 or 4 weeks from England, and mate, that was only $180, so I guess under that $1,000 threshold, I think. So I didn't have to pay any GST. So it worked for me, but it was just because at the time I really couldn't find an optic with that mil dot reticle or half hash increments that I needed to use for a very cheap price. I didn't want to spend too much, and I'm now whacking targets and rabbit-sized gongs out to about 150, so 160. So it's pretty good.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's actually something very interesting. Ando Oz 1. It's been on the back up for ages. I was at my local gun shop a month ago, and he told me his supplier said there won't be any more CCI stingers or mini mags, etc., for 4 months minimum. So it's pretty much started. There we go. Unfortunately.
Good.
No, not good at all.
Money. Stock up when you got the money.
Yeah, bit of a general knowledge question for you, Jace.
Yeah, Decker Hex. Aaron's on Xbox. We cross-platform. There's normally about me and my mate from work, Muzz, but not Muzz from the podcast, different Muzz. There's Aaron, and normally one of our other gunsmith mates comes on too. So we normally cross-platform. Aaron decided to just buy a PlayStation when almost everyone else had an Xbox. So, what an idiot. But anyway, that's what happens when idiots get out there with cash and start buying things. You never give idiots cash, guys. That's the
yeah. Well, PlayStation all the way. PlayStation, guys. What do you guys use? PlayStation or Xbox? Tell us in the comments. Sound off. Let's hear it.
Hang on, we forgot to mention what we actually played, his actual question. But, yeah, we're playing Call of Duty, mate, Modern Warfare. So if you're on, send me an email or an Instagram or a Facebook, and I'll give you my Xbox ID. And if you want to jump on, we normally after this, we play at about 8:30, 8:35, 4 or 5 nights a week for about an hour and a half. So pretty much every day except, well, I do. Aaron doesn't, but almost every day. 5 nights a week for us, an hour and a half a night to let off a bit of steam, a bit of fun. So if you want to join, let us know.
We should actually try and somehow rig up a fan night of playing.
Keep going.
I don't know how that works, but if we can do it, I'm no computer person. I don't know, but if we can rig up a big fan night and we play Xbox, we will. There we go. We will all try and join in, and we can all talk to each other and have a bit of a laugh. Maybe on a Saturday afternoon or something for a few hours. We should try something like that.
I tend to get a bit stuck into people too on cross-platform chat. It's a bit of fun. That's my only enjoyment game, is to smash a few people verbally. So.
Oh yeah, he's such a foul-mouthed pig. Really disgusting. Yeah.
You got to get into people, man. That's half the fun, man. You don't play to, you shit when you beat people. You give them shit, man. They just freak out. It's so fun.
So Xbox for me, PlayStation, and Call of Duty right now. So we So that's what we do there.
I'm reading a couple of comments just as the bottom as they're popping up, and mixture. Mike Rustling's got an Xbox. John C's got I think PS, but PlayStation. I thought he meant PC. Chris Miller, PC Elite. Kevin, Xbox One. David, Rudderball, PC Superior. That is true, because I hate cross-platforming sometimes, because these guys, they've got so many keys and so many fingers and a mouse, and you just can't beat the bastards. That's why I don't like cross-platform sometimes. They should be, if they're going to cross-platform, they should just cross-platform between consoles, not on PC. PC players can, play with themselves. But, David Smith, the old Sega Mega Drive. I don't know if you got the Call of Duty for the old Sega Mega Drive. What they have, the old Golden Axe. Remember the old Golden Axe? That was awesome.
And were any more Commodore 64 fans out there?
Yeah, Atari 6400. Yeah. Explosive Bagara is saying he plays PS4 FIFA, I was going to say FIFA, GTA 5. Couple more guys saying PS4, PC. So, anyway, we'll get back to the questions. It's good just to read those questions coming in as they happen, because I've got the YouTube open as well, guys, just going through the comments that are coming in while we're chatting, because if we do scroll down, we end up losing those comments. So, and we're sitting at about 150 people, which is a great result, one of our best streams to date. So, having been a lot of fun.
Tonight has been the biggest night, guys. Thank you so much. You're all awesome. The biggest night we ever had is tonight. This is great. So let's just try and improve every week. So
let me just say one thing too. Went a bit earlier. It must have been your audio, mate, because when people were hearing me, they said Aaron lost sound, no audio, Aaron. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe just make sure you're plugged in good and everything.
Yeah, it must still be working all right now. Okay, Aussie Capitalist. Now is a good opportunity for Australian companies to get into the ammo market. Yep, definitely. I think we need a good Australian-made ammo. We got the Aussie Outback, and we got the OSA brand. They're made here. I think they're made by ADI, actually. But they're really the Defence Force round stuff that they sell on to the market, to the consumer market. So,
let me say one thing as well. Just reading a comment, one of the I think it's Knife Frenzy 24 just on the bottom of the chat. Love how you guys are gamers too. I don't know how many times on cross-platform chat, we've obviously got deeper voices. You guys are a bunch of 40-year-olds. I go, yeah, so what, dude? We grew up with games, man, as well, like every other kid growing up. Like, we grew up in the gaming age. At least I did anyway. Aaron's a little bit older than me. But, I mean, what? Not allowed to play games? Like, what? Does that make us bad people? Like, we just get stuck into them, these little shits, and, just smash it. It's lots of fun, dudes. If you want to join us on cross-platform.
Definitely. So, yes, I do think there is could be a niche market there for a full Australian-made ammo brand of right across everything from shotgun to 300 Win Mag, say, and everything in between. I definitely think that would be a great market if they could do it. Unfortunately, Winchester pulled up stumps and moved back to the US because it's cheaper to make in the US and bring it back to Australia than it was to actually produce it in Australia.
One thing, mate, I might just say on the bottom of the chat too from Neil, he said, having said the sales, he reckons the sales are going nuts in the firearms industry. He works in a large retail firearms retailer. So, yeah, obviously the prices, mate, people are just, I guess the lockdowns or the job losses hasn't affected the industry. It has obviously during the lockdowns, but when they do open, looks like sales are just flying off the shelves.
Could be also you can get 20,000 of your super out. That would help as well. No one's spending on day-to-day living. You can't buy motorbikes or four-wheel drive off-road buggies right now or quads.
Yeah, one more from Neil. This might be a different Neil. This is a Neil Hates, a different guy. He said, hit the like button, everyone, because SSAA does a great job for everybody. And he goes, oops, sorry, just put one too many A's. He meant shooting stuff.
Ooh, nasty bastard.
No, he meant shooting stuff Australia, but he goes, oh, I put an extra A, my bad, by accident.
That's right, we'll let that one slide. Strike one.
Right, let's start hitting some more questions, dude. We've got about half an hour, 35 minutes, and we're still at, 7:10 p.m. at the questions, guys, and we're at 8 o'clock. So, we joined the stream, guys. We're having a good time, just having a laugh, and you guys seem to be enjoying it, so this is how we'll probably run it.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. 1,000 rounds, 22 LR, not much. Yep, 1,000 rounds, probably only a couple of weekends out with the family plinking away, I guess. Yep, definitely buy them in 5,000 lots, I say.
Exactly. Yeah. What else do we have here?
I'll bring a few up for you, Jace.
Yeah, Billy D, I don't get it. I've never had any trouble getting 22 ammo at my local. Yeah, maybe they got some good amount of stock. They bought big before the thing. I mean, as this will trickle down, this is only the early stages, so I assume it's going to trickle down. But, we'll see what happens over the next couple of months. And, you're going to have people wanting to buy big, especially in America, guys. They've got people, on the streets. I mean, we've seen a few of the BLM idiots, trying to shoot at vehicles and accidentally shooting some of their own protesting mates. Like, what about the guy in Austin that, jumped on the car or whatever he did or pulled up on the car with the AK-47 and got shot and killed? So, man, everyone's out there buying ammunition. So,
even the lefties, yeah.
Yeah, one guy was on a freeway and they're trying to shoot at a car trying to get past, and whoever it was, male or female, shot across the road and shot one of their protester mates. Like, how dumb can you be, man? Seriously.
I reckon. Okay, Aussie Capitalist. Speaking of ammo, Marlin just reached 150th anniversary 4570. $100 for a box of 20 rounds. And I'm pretty sure that'll just be some generic Remington brand ammo with a fancy box. Yeah. I haven't seen the box, haven't seen the ammo. But 45 is pretty expensive to start off with.
Yeah, and that's the interesting part. When I was doing that podcast with Nathan Foster from New Zealand, he was talking about this and said, just if you're going to buy factory ammo, disregard what's on the box. All this, super XP and super expandable. And he goes, mate, it's all just gut marketing bullshit. So, it has no effect on how the bullet performs downrange on game at certain distances. So, again, don't fall for the marketing. Have a look, research the actual bullet. That's the most important part. Yeah. Powder's important, primers, brass, but the most important part is how that bullet's going to expand downrange at the given distance that you want to use it at. So, don't fall for the bullshit and fancy box marketing, long-range hunter where they charge you an extra $30 a box. It's all bullshit. Start reloading. That's where you're going to get the cost savings.
Exactly. Well, I had that as well when I did the what is it? It was a Ruger review of what round was it? But that new round. Jeez, I can't remember what it was.
450 Master, 450 Legend.
Yeah, 450, 350 Legend. That's what it was. 350
Yeah.
Legend. Absolute dog shit round. Dog shit round. There's only like Winchester available in Australia. Groups are just crap. Nothing wrong with the gun. The Ruger gun actually worked quite well, but the round was just rubbish, garbage. You look at the Winchester book, groups this big. No, I'm sorry. Groups are this big. And I pumped hundreds of rounds through that fucking thing, and it was garbage. Absolute garbage round. And Jesus, did I cop it from the Americans on the 350 Legend Facebook page? Oh, they were crying blue murder. But you read the Winchester book, it was all little half-inch groups with this thing. No, I'm sorry, that doesn't happen.
It didn't look like the way you're just looking at the round, it doesn't look accurate even the way.
Straight-walled.
It does. I mean, hey, if you get good results out of it and you want it, I always say, buy what you want. That's the most important thing. But, I don't know. I'm old school, man. I'm probably young at heart or old at heart, I guess. Stick to your common rounds. They're going to be cheap. They've done it for years. Your 223s, your 243s, and the new 6.5s are pretty good too. Your 7 mils, your 30 cals. They're just performers. They're performers and good sellers for a reason.
Yep, I agree totally. Especially for hunting rifles, I'd definitely stick to the common rounds because you can go anywhere in any shop is going to have 223, 308, 3006. Always going to have that. So at least you're going to have something if for some reason you do run out. Okay, so Brad Daly.
All right, Brad says Winchester PowerPoint in the 40 grain is great in my Ruger 1022, and the 42 grain are crap for groupings in it, but it work in the Lithgow 22 okay. CCI standard work great too. So if he's got a 1022, I guess he probably, unless he's a farmer, he's maybe not Australian, but I don't know. Let us know, Brad, where are you from, dude? If you're from Australia, we're coming to hunt at your place, mate.
Exactly. ABCD. I never knew shooting was so expensive. I thought changing oil every 5 hours on the MX bike was expensive. Yep, it's definitely it can be a very expensive hobby, but it doesn't have to be an expensive hobby. You can get into it at a very reasonable price. You don't need the big fancy guns. As long as you just get in there, get started. You don't have to have all the bells and whistles.
Hey, whatever you do, don't scroll too much forward, dude. I'm up to 735. I've lost everything. It's zoomed up on my screen. So it's up to you now, dude. You got to take the torch, fly the flag high, man.
Okay, a few in-house talking. Okay, bearded Aussie hunter just brought a Tikka T3X CTR 24-inch and 6.5 Creedmoor. Now that is one round that has dropped dramatically in price from what it was. Remember 2 years ago when we filmed the review on the Desert Tech, how expensive it was then? That review cost, the two reviews, I did part 1 and 2. Part 1 was Jason, part 2 was after Jason left at 1,000 meters with match ammo. Man, I was $80 a box for match ammo back then, and even we wish it. So those two reviews cost me about $1,500 to produce alone in 6.5. Now 6.5 is a good price, very good price.
Yeah, be good to see if bearded Aussie hunter. What did he get? Did he get blued or stainless? I'll tell you what, there's some good deals from some of these gun shops on some of these used gun websites at the moment. If you're willing to, buy a couple of older stock rifles that are brand new, I mean, some of them at $600, $700, $800 savings, especially on a few CTRs that I've seen. So, if you're happy with the caliber, and people say, oh, this is better than that one, 260, 6.5, 55 Creedmoor, mate. There's a bee's dick in them. Some will say 6.5, 55. Some say Creedmoor. Some say 260. I mean, realistically, there's a bee's dick in it. So don't, buy what you want to buy. I mean, if I was probably going to say one now, I do love my 260, but at the end of the day, you probably, really the cost is going to come down to the brass. Is the brass more expensive than 260? If that is, I'd probably then buy the Creedmoor because, again, you're going to get cheaper components. You're going to be able to get more bang for your buck. But, yeah, I like the 260. And I don't know, I saw a lot of people using the 260, a couple of good, YouTubers and that. I thought, that looks pretty good. If they use it, was pretty good. And, the Creedmoor, some of the people say it's a bit of a man bun round. So I thought I had a couple of mates that would have given me a bit of stick. So I went the 260 to avoid any bullshit. So
yes, and we do have a battle between a Lithgow and a Tikka with Jason's and the Lithgow I had, 105 Woomera going 1,000 meters. So go find the review. It's only a few months old. It's 260 versus 6.5 Creedmoor. And have a look and tell us next week what you think of the results. So Phantom HD just gave us a super chat of $5. Sorry I'm late, guys. Thank you very much. And good to see you this week again, Phantom. Thank you very much for that super chat. And thank you for everyone sending in your super chats. Every cent helps towards the show. It really does. So Aussie Capitalist has been buying food, water, and diesel. I don't need to buy water. I have 2 ginormous water tanks here, and I hardly even scratch a service because I live alone. So, yeah, good stuff.
If you got any, cute sisters for Aaron that live in Queensland, let him know.
Yeah, hopefully rich, very rich.
So what do we got there, mate? You got to keep it up. I'm at 735. So
okay.
Wood. I bet Winchester Australia wish they didn't stop making ammo now. Yeah, they'd probably be making a lot of money. Bad decision, loss of jobs, stupid.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but hey, they can make it cheaper in America and bring it back here. So what's that saying for Australian manufacturing if they can do that? Not good. And I want to say congratulations to Alex Millwood, the only person that guessed correctly what gun I was going to show off tonight on Facebook. He guessed it right. So good stuff. I had masses of people trying to figure it out.
When you said it only came out today, it probably wasn't hard to narrow it down, I guess. If people were probably in the industry, that might have known. But, this is the problem with, manufacturing in Australia. A lot of our jobs are going overseas because, things are just too expensive. Wages, insurances. It's just natural for people, which sucks for us and jobs because, good jobs can be had here, but wages are too high. That's why a lot of companies go overseas and produce all their gear in China and Hong Kong and wherever else for slave labor to make the money. It's all about the dollar, I guess, and more money for the shareholders, which I guess you don't run a business not to make money. So that's, which just sucks for us because we lose the business, we lose the jobs, and we lose the income and the taxes.
Yep, exactly. Aussie Capitalist, tell Marty to make Winchester back ammo, make it ammo here again. Yeah, I don't think they'll do that after spending all that money sending it over to America, all the machines. So we have another super chat, The Watcher, $5.
Is he
Jason,
watching?
he's watching closely. So Jason, I've seen a Tikka 308 for $1,600. You think this is a good price? Well, he's not asking me, but Jason.
Listen, it depends on what caliber it is. If you've got a CTR, it's probably not bad price. Varmint, probably it's better than you're going to get off the shelf at about 1,800 plus, maybe 1,860, aren't they? Somewhere around there. Look at some of the websites, some of the used guns ones. There's a bunch out there, Oz Gun Sales, used guns, whatever. There's some good, I don't know if they still are, I haven't looked for a couple of weeks. There's a couple of Tikka lights in stainless, 6.5 Creedmoor. Very cheap, under $1,000, mate. Very good price. I think with $50 cash back, they're about $845. That's a bloody good deal, man. I saw a CTR, I think, maybe in 260, possibly. Again, it was a blued version, mate. It was about $1,300. That's cheap, dude. Very cheap, mate. CTRs, especially in the stainless now, well over $2,000. So, yeah, just look out, keep an eye on those gun websites. Some of these companies may be struggling for cash and need to just offload some stock to get some, some money behind them and get some, funding behind them. So they're willing to let things go at cost or below cost price. So, yeah, check it out. Mate, some of these prices are fantastic. But $1,600, again, mate, depends which model. But if you let us know in the thing below, I'll keep an eye on the stream, mate, and I'll interject back in when you tell me which model it actually is. I'll keep an eye out for it.
Okay, we've got a big shout out to Ashton. Ashton's a young fella, and he best channel ever. Thank you so much, Ashton. You are awesome. Thank you very much for that.
Be good if it was Ashton Kutcher that was watching, I guess. What if he's not dating Demi Moore again, is he? Or no, he she got a bit old, so he went to someone else.
Yes. Thank you very much, Ashton. Really appreciate that. You are awesome.
I'm just keeping on the chat as well, just to see if the watcher lets me know what specific model on the CTR you got, mate. Let us know if you can punch it in there. I can have a look.
Ashton again. Favorite guns you have reviewed? Oh, geez. I reckon the Desert Tech was really up there, and the Victrix. Of course, they're both one's 10,000, one's 15,000. They were great because you don't get to shoot those every day. But you're definitely probably the favourite gun, and I'm not being biased here. Probably best all-round sort of guns at affordable prices for most people. Tactical long range would have to be the Lithgow Woomera, because that's a sort of affordable, even though I do love my Ruger precision rifle. And and just for a hunting rifle, I've got to say the Sauer. The Sauer is probably my favourite because they just work and they're so good and it's at such a good price. So I reckon they're the ones of best I've done.
I'm just looking. I just got back from the watcher. He said my local just said it was a 308 in a lightweight barrel. Man, depends which one it is, which stock it is. If you got it in stainless, mate, for 1,600, mate, I'd probably say no, dude. I'd probably say no at this stage, especially in a light barrel. If you're talking varmint barrels, I'd probably say, yeah, you're getting there. But I've seen some CTRs and other ones for even cheaper than that, dude. So, I'd say no for a light barrel. I mean, I don't think the super lights are 1,600. I know you got a couple of the wooden ones or the camoed up ones. Nah, man, I'd say no, man. Give it a miss. But if you live, I'm not sure if you're in Sydney, but I can probably get you in contact with a dealer that I know might be able to give you a good price, man. So if you're in Sydney, or even if you're not, you might even be able to get it cheaper, even shipped to you. So let me know if you're in Sydney or not. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, or the email, and I might be able to help you out, dude.
Yep. Marty A, go with my Sauer 1761. Picked up a Walther KKJ. I've never heard of one of those. 22LR. Go the German rifles. Yep, German. Sauer actually make the actions for Rigby, which I did not know that until I researched the company. One of the oldest rifle companies in the world, Sauer is. So they've definitely been getting it right for a long time. Happy Hunter. Remington bucket of bullets, 1,500 rounds, good value. Yeah, they'd go for about I think last time I saw them was around $100.
I've never had. Sorry, no disrespect to Remington. They've made one of the best reliable actions anywhere in the world, but I've never had good results with anything Remington ammunition. I'm sorry, I'm not slagging off Remington. Just never had any good results with it at all. So. And I've used their core locks. I've used their 22 ammo. Just nothing shoots. I don't know why.
I have once the 223, the white box, the UMC, I think it is. I got a 3mm round in 223 from the Remington VTR, the triangle barrel 223. That was the only Remington ammo that's ever worked for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
There. Nicholas Blackwell. I guess he means how are mini actions any good? I want to get a 223. I like the Lithgow, but how was too cheap to pass up? That was a bit of a hard to read, but I mean, man. I mean, good for the price, mate. Good entry level gun. Aaron knows a bit more than how he's reviewed those.
Yeah. Yep. I just reviewed the mini action as in 300 Blackout as an Oryx stock. Great gun, worked fine. But the 300 Blackout is just a weak round. Anything after 100 meters, it was just spraying them. So great gun, 300 Blackout, not really for me. But yeah, definitely nothing wrong with the Howard mini actions. 223, I know they work really well.
I'm just this is I gotta admit this is pretty funny. Neil said, yeah, the old bucket of bullets, he calls it the bucket of jams.
Yeah, I think he's correct there because you can actually get them and the end wobbles. Did you ever notice that?
What's that? The
bucket of bullets, the projectile, you get it and it just twists and it just all wobbles around.
No, I mean, yeah, like they're going to be good for just probably a cheap plinker, cans, and just for the, if your kids are of age and you're out on the farm, yeah, they'll be good, man, just for a bit of fun with it. You don't want to use your best ammo, I guess, unless you've got money and you don't care. But, if you're actually sort of serious, buy CCI standard are cheap, man. They're going to be so much better. Just buy 2,000 rounds of CCI standard and call it a day.
Before they get unattainable.
Yeah.
So, Nicholas.
Probably the first one they're going to buy.
Yeah. Hey guys, looking at a 22 for my first rifle. What do you guys think of the Ruger American 22 with a black synthetic stock? Well, a good entry level rifle. I think in my hunting rifles, I said the Ruger American was one of the top 5. I'm pretty sure. It's not bad. Yeah, not a bad first rifle for a 22.
I know my mate had the HMR. And they're notorious for jamming, and he had that problem. I think it was a Ruger, it was American Ranch possibly, and I just after a while trust me, guys, there's nothing worse than jamming guns that don't eject properly. Nothing worse, honestly. So buy quality the first time, and you're going to have lemons in the more expensive stuff at times, and send it back. That's what good warranties are for. And if they get the company or the importer or the gun shop to make good on it, because at the end of the day, you're paying good money for a product and you expect it to perform as it's supposed to perform.
Yeah.
But he ended up selling it and, pretty much went to another different brand. And I told him that in the first place. Poor man pays twice. But again, you can get some good deals on some cheaper guns that are proven to work with good hand loads. They may not. I remember I had years ago, I said that 7mm Tikka. It was shooting dinner plates at 100 meters, 4 or 5 types of ammo. First 2-08, I think it was 120 grain VMAX, 2-08, clover leafing, first shot. First load. I didn't even try anything else. Just I put 5 or different first load, bang, like that, straight away. So hand loads speak for themselves.
Oh, you've got a hand load, I reckon. That's for sure. Mick, any states have limits on how much ammo or reloading supplies you can have on hand? Well, in Queensland, if you have 10,000 or more rounds, I think they recommend, I don't know how serious they are, the Explosives Act say just got to have a little explosives triangle sticker on where you actually store your ammo. But here's the thing. The ammo comes under the Explosives Act here in Queensland, not the Weapons Act. So they recommend it comes under mining and all that. All ammunition should be stored in an open room on a shelf, not locked away, because if a fire gets caught in a fire, you put it in a safe, it acts as a powder keg and will go off like a bomb. So they recommend open shelf on a shelf in an open room. So if it goes off, it just pops. It doesn't act as a powder keg. The police want you to lock it up like Fort Knox or level your neighbourhood. So it just makes no sense.
And we saw that, holy crap, we saw that bomb in Lebanon, didn't we, with the shockwave? Wow, man, you've never seen anything like that. And people actually got it on camera. Wow. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I saw the After Effects video of the people that were blown out and were just piles of meat. They're actually blowing out of their windows and high rises from the shockwave. It was unbelievable.
Bad.
Yeah, not good.
Good.
Oh, our friend Klaus from Acme Firearm just tuned in. Been in the workshop all day. He makes awesome guns. A great gunsmith down in Victoria. The only good thing about Victoria Lockdown is less time selling and more machining. He's got a great machine shop down there. Very nice guy. I talked to him a bit from time to time. We have a good yakka, normally on a Sunday for a few hours every now and then. But, yep, good to see you again, Klaus. So if you're in Victoria and need gunsmithing work, give Klaus a call. He's actually working on a new gun, basically, as we speak.
Yeah, very good. What time are you up to there?
Okay, 823.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just Is that? Oh, yep. John C. I'll read this one. Yeah, bucket of bullets. The projectiles are loose and they are filthy dirty. I think when we did our trip a couple of years ago, didn't we, onto that property of Marty's, I think, and the family property, were you shooting the bucket of bullets back then, I think? Possibly.
I've only ever bought them once, and they weren't that good. And yeah, I think I had them, and it took me forever to get rid of them. So we might have took them just to black them off for fun at some cans or something.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't probably wouldn't buy them, but each to their own, each to their own. Hey, that's what they're good. That's again fit for purpose for the kids. If you got their license, get on the farm and plink away. You can plink all weekend for $100. Yeah, it makes sense. Totally makes sense.
If you're only shooting cans at 50 meters for the kids, why not? In the states that let kids actually shoot and be kids. The watcher I picked up an Anschultz 22 mag, very nice. Model 1516 for $800. I'm cheering. Jesus, where did you get that for $800? That's got to be secondhand. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I'll take it off you for $750, mate. Just give me a call.
It's well used. Yeah.
What have we got there? Neil, so CZ rimfires generally work just fine and have a real touch of class, mate. I've had two of them. I've had the 4.55 and now the 4.57. Mate, never had one not shoot. I mean, they're not going to be tack drivers, sometimes hole on hole. Again, it's going to come down to how much ammo you decide to put through it. The more ammo you can test out on it, the better off you're going to get finding something that really shoots well out of it. But, rimfire is hit and miss like anything in manufacturing. It's not meant to be a total, unless you're really going to spend the money on a really expensive 22 ammo like they do on the, the fly shoots and stuff like that. But, mate, it's good enough, mate. Good enough for hunting, good enough for a little bit of a long-range training plinker. Mate, I love the 22s, mate. I don't use them enough, and I really do like them. I really do. I had a 22 Sterling a couple of years ago. Probably longer than that, 8 years ago, and I ended up selling it. I got no use for a 22, but I went, nah, I'm buying that. Went for 5 years without one and said, nah, now I've got two of them.
Yeah. Yep. The CZ, they work fine. They work, anything I throw from my CZ works really well. The 4.52 just works so well. It really does. So Zero G-Force, a $2 super chat. Thank you very much, G-Force. How do I get fire insurance besides from joining WSAA? Well, you can talk to your insurance company for your house and contents and put them on as extra insurance. It doesn't cost that much at all. Or I was told, I put this up on my Facebook page months ago, and a lot of people are writing in and saying things like Shannon's do the best deal for firearms insurance. Why would you bother with Shooters Union and WSAA? They don't do anything for us, and people just join them for a genuine reason. But people don't want just that. They for the insurance, they were going to Shannon's, and they reckon that's the cheapest around. And there was a couple other ones I can't remember that do it as well. But people just keep coming back and saying Shannon's insurance. I always thought they were for like muscle cars and exotic cars, but obviously not. So definitely take a look at that. I've got mine on my house insurance all covered.
Just make sure when you actually speak to them, guys, very, very important to make sure there's no capped limit on firearms. I mean, I guess if I had to, I'm sorry to have to say this, but I guess there's one benefit of the insurance through them is the fact that your optics and scopes are covered outside the home. So you need to make sure you're actually, if you had a gun and you left on the side of the car and it fell off and you drove over it, $5,000 worth of damage gone for a gun and a scope, they'll cover that. So, that's a benefit. Whereas, insurance only cover if you have a home fire. They won't cover damage of you dropping it or generally things like that. I'm not sure this in the home unless you've dropped it in the home. But again, call up your insurer, make sure there's no cap limit on sporting goods, because I know a lot of them do, and most of them are only a couple of grand. So if you get it thinking your 30, 40 grand, collection is covered and it gets bombed to your house, or it's, something happens and they get stolen or your house goes on fire, you're not going to be covered. So you need to get in writing, you need to check the prospectus, all that stuff, do due diligence in making sure it's done correctly.
And probably it, you'll have to put on as itemized items, separate items. But another good thing, do what I did. I brought a bank vault safe to $2,000. It's 3.5 ton. You can't cut into it. It's this thick. Oh, actually, I might do a little video and show you guys that. It's just unbelievable. You're not going to get into it. You just can't get into it. So something like that's also worth it. There's a bit of peace of mind.
Only problem with that is, man, is basically if you ever go to move, you're never going to be able to move that thing. It's going to cost you a fortune to get a remover in to get it out.
Yeah, I just buy another one and get it delivered to my house. About $400 delivery. I got it out to the middle of nowhere. Okay, Explosive Bagara, $10 super chat. Looks like everyone's going to start doing the super chats at the end of the show again, right at the end, like you'll normally get. Thank you very much, Explosive. $10. Bruno, Model 2, best 22 LR ever made. Mine is 1957. Yeah, they are really good. The old timber ones, they are fantastic. I've shot a few in the past. I did an off-the-shelf of one, and yeah, I like them. They're very well made, and they take CZ magazines, which is good. So yeah, very good, and thank you very much for the $10 super chat. Some from Nicholas. Remington Yellow Jacket shoots really well for me. Clean and accurate and pricey at $30 for 100. Only Remington ammo I use in all calibers. Yeah.
I've tried. Never had any success.
No, I haven't had too much success with Remington ammo. But hey, it probably if it works really well in your gun, that's good. That's good. That's half the problem is finding the right ammo for your gun. I never. This is the Watcher again. I never giving up the end shots. I'd be giving it to my son when he is old enough. Awesome. Nothing better than a dad passing his gun down to his son or daughter.
Or selling it to me.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you got a dirty old Tikka T3X. It's like, no, you don't deserve an end shots.
For a good price, I deserve anything.
Here we go. You go, Jace.
So David Ryan, doesn't Thales make ADI ammunition for defence and Australian Outback? Yeah, as far as I'm aware, they use ADI powder. I think they use Sierras. I used to buy the Outback. You had the 223 and also the 308. Can't remember. I think it was 168 grain, the soft points. But yeah, ADI supply the powder. Yeah, that were good, man. In my rifle, the Outback stuff never missed a beat. No problem. Again, this is all subjective. That's why, I mean, me and Aaron always talk about this when they do, a couple of different types of ammo for load testing and stuff, and group testing for a review. Like, again, there's other ammos out there. Aaron, most people can't spend $300 testing every single type of ammo. So again, just because two pieces of ammo don't work, try reloads, try different packs of ammunition. There's plenty out there that should eventually shoot. If you're then going through 7 or 8 boxes and nothing shooting, then you could have a problem with the gun, or it's just not very accurate and it's a cheap firearm, and that's the best you can expect out of it. So see how you go.
Definitely. JAL Joinery, my Anshot 1761 is a laser, and I will agree to that because I have shot that as that gun, and it was attack. I was getting consistent at 15 meters, 3 mil groups, consistent out of lots of ammo. It was absolutely awesome. And I know he brought the first one in Australia, and it is an awesome gun. So accurate. I think don't hold me to it, about $2,600 for a 22. But it's amazing. It really is. Lukewarm, yep, would like to see the safe. I don't know. I'll release the video soon of me building my gun room, and you will see the safe in that at the end of it. I have a couple of safes in there. This is a dumb thing. 3.5 ton safe. I can put my rifles in it. You can't move it. The walls are this thick. It's fireproof. It's rated for $600,000 in a fire. You can't drill through it to drill it into the ground to bolt it down. What's the point? It's 3.5 ton. As soon as you do, it voids the fire rating. But I can't put my pistols in it. But I can buy an eBay safe that you can pry open with a screwdriver, and that's fine for your pistols. How dumb is that?
It should be okay because I know my safe, it's got rifles down the bottom, ammo at the top, and a pistol sort of in the middle. And it's got to be 6 mil. So that part around that part of the safe is thicker than the 4 mil, I think 6 mil door, So again, it depends on the thickness. But I thought, man, that thing's massive. I don't know how that doesn't comply. But anyway, well.
Because you can't bolt it down. You must bolt it says gun safe, handgun safes must be bolted to the frame or to the floor. And I can't drill through it because it's got concrete, Rio, copper lined and steel lined. So you cannot oxy it. You can't, you destroy your drill bits trying to get through it. But I can't put my pistols in it. This is, for any overseas people watching, we have the dumbest, most ridiculous laws that make no sense in the world here.
Yeah. 8:35, mate. I reckon we start wrapping it up. Maybe one more. Maybe we'll do one more question.
Okay, we'll do Kate's. Brown Plains Firearms sold me a 45 Bruno Model 2 for $350. Can't thank them enough. That is awesome. Yep, Gary at Brown Plains does have some great deals down there. That's for sure. And they are a big help to the show. As you know, they do sponsor the show and they do help me out getting guns through people and through they set me up with a few wholesalers to talk to. So I can't thank Browns Plains enough for all their hard work for helping the channel out. And they are great, Kate. They really, really are. $350, man, what a deal. It really is.
And good to be getting some more females into the shooting sports, which is always good. So
Yes.
Can't complain about women getting into the sport. We need more people, women, kids, more men, female, everyone really getting into the shooting sports.
Well, actually, tomorrow's video coming out in the afternoon is females in shooting. It's a female and guns, girls and guns video. So watch out for that. So it's all going to be about chicks shooting guns. Tomorrow at about 3-4 o'clock, I'll release the review. So you should like that. So we will wrap it up now. So once again, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. I've just gone over 6,000 subs, and that's half of what I was before YouTube took my first channel down. So we're halfway there, guys. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the like this video right now. Like the video. There's 135 watching right now. So please hit that like button, the thumbs up. And you can find all our details in the description below, and Jason's podcast, and we're both on Patreon. If you like what Jason and I do, please subscribe to our Patreon. A couple of bucks a month will be really appreciative for both of us. It goes a long way to help us. So thank you so much. So Jason, next week, what do you got apart from going hunting? You got a show coming out?
I just did a bow hunting one with a fella, and then the Nathan Foster one, which I think's that'll be on the 26th of August. That's going to be good. I think people are going to really enjoy that if you want to learn about terminal ballistics and stuff like that. So check that out. That's very interesting. A couple more coming up with some just general hunters, and then probably after that, maybe late September, I'm going to be trying to do more stuff and get some more professionals on the show too. So maybe some optics, maybe, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet, but over the next month, I'll organize all that and get some, sort of industry style stuff going as well, which I think is interesting. And yeah, mate, just mix it up a bit. And I'm looking at the numbers, man. We're doing well. We're over 100 likes now, just 15 in the last 2 seconds, just since you mentioning that. So, mate, the streams are building every week. I remember when we first did this and you wanted me to do it and said, what do you think? How's it going to go? And I said, well, mate, we're probably going to get about 3 or 4 people watching if we're lucky. So,
and I said I'd be happy with 20 people every week forever. I'd be happy if there's 20 people I can talk to. And man, tonight we got to about 170 maximum. This is our biggest night so far. But let's just make this thing bigger and bigger. Let's break that 200 mark. We're going to be here every Thursday night. So you're not going to miss us at all unless we're going away for some reason. So definitely let's make this live stream big and popular.
And I should be here next week. I know I'm going away very early Friday morning, so I'm going to try and make the next Thursday's one. But, sometimes we're going to go on holidays, or if Aaron still wants to do it, or if I can't make it, maybe you might get someone else to help him, or just go solo. And, there's going to be times where I'm not going to be here for hunting or holiday reasons. So just, you'll have to miss me for a couple of weeks and think, God, thank God that guy's gone. So.
Well, last time I did a solo one when you went hunting, I pretty much lost my voice talking for an hour and a half non-stop.
Yeah,
it was good though, because I just love talking to you guys. We started this to talk to you guys, converse with you, bring something back to you guys who watched our show and listened to Jason's podcast. So just bringing something back to you. We just love talking to you. So you guys are the best, and thank you for making tonight the biggest live stream we have done yet. I hope you like that Ruger charger that I had. So we will definitely, I'll get some form of video out very soon, but I'm writing up a script for a big in-depth review that will be coming out. So we'll be shooting on a new handgun range. So we will be doing that for you coming up, but I will have a little bit of a teaser video coming out, the first shots of it.
Yeah. And get ready for the big reveal next week. And Mike Rustling says the last question there, going to be easy when we're all in Queensland camping on Aaron's property, mate. We're just going to turn up there, mate. Free rent, free beer, fire, mate. We're just going to live there. We're never going to leave, man. It'll be like the commune in Waco, Texas, man. Like what they call it. Yeah. David Koresh, man, on the compound. We're going to set up a compound, man. So
yeah, exactly. It'll be very interesting. Yeah, definitely. I'm sure my neighbours will love that.
I'm sure they will.
But once again, thank you very much, and thank you to Jason for helping me out tonight. And we will definitely be seeing you guys next week. And have a safe week. And it's a long weekend here in Brisbane, so enjoy. So I hope everyone gets out shooting this weekend. So see you next week.